Now that we've looked at both the single line and the multi-line texts, what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look at how we do a little bit of editing on them as well, okay? So we've got this drawing here, and it looks like a bit of a press. So what we're going to do is we need to move this line of single text here, okay? And we also want to make a couple of changes to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this grip, and I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to pull it into place a little bit better. So that's good. That sort of works a little bit more. It's more in line with where it should be. And you'll notice that I've also got its quick properties available to me by making sure that this button down here, our quick properties button, was checked. I can now access those quick properties. Now, it's not exactly the most common thing in the world, but if I was to click on the contents here where it says Arbor Press, and if I press %%U and enter, what that's actually going to do is that's going to underline whatever the contents is. So that's quite useful to know. If you just go %%U, just means underline. What I also want to change is the height of the text because it's a bit small. I want to make that 10. And I'm possibly just going to justify that to the middle, which then means I've got to go up and pick the whole thing up and move it again, but that's fine. So that's press escape to deselect. So that's a little bit of how you can edit your single line text using your quick properties and your properties in general. But what about this text here? It's not really, someone's actually gone in and they've hand typed the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. And really we can do better than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click on it quickly. And I'll just go in and I'm going to delete all of the 1s and 2s and the spaces next to them. Okay. So there we go. We've taken rid of the things that was typed in by hand, the 1 dot and the 2 dot and the 3 dot. And I'm going to highlight all of these lines. And then from my text editor, I've got this drop down here, which is numbers and bullet points. And at the moment it's switched off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it to numbered. So you can see now what we've got is a much nicer, much more uniform way of viewing that text. Okay. And another great thing, and this is something that I really like about this text, if I just click at the beginning of point 3 there and I press tab, I think that's brilliant. It's got a 2.1 as an inset for a C notes, and it's automatically changed my 4 to be a 3. So as far as just doing a few pieces of simple editing on that text is concerned, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's so simple to use as well. So that's a little bit about our editing text. When I'm done, of course, I'll just press close and I'll close the text editor. And of course, what we've now got is a much nicer looking piece of text in our notes, and our Arbor Press, our text at the bottom here, is also set and centered and underlined correctly as well.